Okay. um, testing 1, 2, 3. Hopefully, actually, well, I sort of shut the door. It's not shut all the way. I had to turn off this humidifier too, and you might hear kids playing upstairs. So, what are we talking about today? I got my handy dandy little remotes here. I actually really love. Okay, one of these days I'm gonna do like I'm gonna actually sit down and do a video on all these little gadgets that I have, which is part of this video. So right now, my idea for this video is kind of a rant slash vlog slash whatever. It's just a talking to. I think I want to title this something like, still failing at business but not giving up. Um, because this is my identity now. This is pretty much who I am. So actually, what I also wanted to do today. Oh, see, look, this is why I love. You see that? It can like. I love that. Okay, um, let's see. We have some scraps. So actually, what I want to do is two things. Actually, I don't know, but whatever. I got some time. I got some energy. I made some green iced tea, and there's a lot of sugar in it, and it's really good. So, I actually wanted to go through my paper scraps, and I think I want to start a series on basically all of these things. Let's see, this stuff. I was cleaning off the table, and I was like, I have like a lot of things, and if I can give, if you can see, this is as you can see, this is my little machine here, my embroidery slash sewing machine, and then I have my heat press and the Cricut machine. You probably can't see it, and Cricut machine is on it. I actually really really like this little table as well. I have like it's a lot of stuff, and I definitely overdid it over the past few years. So basically, what I wanted to get into was, yes, I'm not profitable by any means. I've only made a few sales here and there on my digital products. And I kind of just want to talk about where I started with stuff and why I don't really feel like a failure. Where, like, I did think that I would be in a different place than I am now, but I'm not mad at what I've gotten done behind the scenes. So that's my daughter. So for one thing, where I started with things, oh, I forgot. Did I hit the mic? Um, where I started with things, I remember the first time I opened Photoshop, and I was like completely overwhelmed, and I had oops, I had no idea how to use Photoshop. Like, and I was just clicking around, and I had no clue what I was doing, and I kind of like gave up for a little while, but then I went back to it. I'm pretty sure I went to Adobe. They have like the tutorials, like beginner tutorials. Went to Adobe, sat down, I looked at one screen. I think I had my laptop. How did I get two? I had like my old monitor from home. But anyways, I went two, 1, 2, and like that's how I learned Photoshop, and that's pretty much how I started to learn all the interfaces that I know now, even though I'm not like a master at any of these interfaces. Like now I use Affinity Photo, and y'all, I love Affinity. I have the Affinity Studio, and Affinity Studio is basically three programs from Affinity, which is Affinity Photo, Affinity Publisher, and Affinity Designer. If you want to be any kind of graphic designer of any sort, I suggest Affinity all the way, all day. And I say it's worth it to get the studio. Like they sell the programs, and I'm not affiliated, by the way. This is not me. I just love these programs, but I also love Canva too. And Canva just bought Affinity, so hopefully that goes to plan. But Affinity Studio, they have the three programs sold separately, but the way that they can work together, like you can edit you can be an affinity publisher, which is kind of like if you want to make like a magazine or even like if you want to do photography, I say just get the Affinity Studio, because you might want to make a lookbook, and you can make a photography lookbook in Affinity Publisher, and you can actually edit photos in Affinity Photo, all kind of in like one program without opening the program, saving it, exporting it, importing it back into the other program. So there's a lot that I can go on and on about Affinity. But anyways, sorry, trying to get this stool together. Kind of just looking at. All right. So I wonder. Can you see? I wish this was slightly more shot. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm in my third trimester. We're welcoming a baby boy. He'll be due in December. And that's another reason why I might not be where I want to be in business. But, business isn't, we'll talk about it. So anyways, I want to go through these scraps and kind of tell y'all like what I've been doing, what goes on behind the scenes. Because here's the thing, I actually don't like making content. And the crazy thing, okay, I like making content. I'm taking the time. I like making content, but getting it done is super, super hard, especially with the way my creativity works. Because I get ideas, very randomly, and I don't have time. Like even this video right here, it took me 45 minutes to just do this setup, which was get this camera set up. I had to wait for this mic to charge, and I had to go get some things from upstairs, and I had to go find some stuff, and then I had to sit down. I had to get my tripod for this and turn off this light and make sure the audio works, make sure the video is recording, make sure my remotes were working. And that took, well, I guess we're kind of a few minutes into this videos, but that took about 30 minutes to do. And I don't always have 30 minutes for something where like I'm just trying to test something out. So normally like I'll probably like wake up with an idea of something and I'm like, oh, I wonder would that work? And I just kind of try to come down here and craft. Not to mention it's still a mess because I'm still getting things organized, and I'm kind of also nesting. And there's also like we have my birthdays coming up. We also have the kids' birthdays, and we have the baby shower coming up. So I'm also still trying to get the house clean. So and as you can see, it's a lot. And so this is why I don't really necessarily feel like a failure, because I know that like I'm doing all of this by choice, but I'm doing this by myself as far as like making content and crafting, because I like crafting, but it is more than it looks. And trying to make content around it, trying to make engaging content, trying to get the lighting, the angles, get the right script ready, post it vertical, then post horizontal, then get the right picture. People have teams that do this, and it's just me. And I'm a mom, about to be a mom of 3, but I'm a mom of 2 kids. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and it's not gonna get done. Like there's a lot that I simply have to do, and this, my hobby takes something of a backseat, and I'm not upset about that. I accept it as it is what it is. And I also have like, a very supportive um, husband. So, you know, when I can, I can get down here and try to get things done. So I have been talking and rambling. So that's what I kind of want to say. I was trying to do a follow up from the last video that I did. I do want to do more just kind of talks or chats or rants. And I think that this might be a beginning part of the series or not. But I just want to go through my scraps, right? And tell y'all like the crazy ideas. They're not crazy, but what happens in my head and why I have shiny object syndrome so much. And then and this is, remember, this is just the paper, and I actually threw away a lot of stuff. So for me to be able to condense it down to this, like there's some other scraps or whatever, but I'm proud of this pile. So I'm actually gonna get that started in this next clip. Alrighty. So I wanted to get started and talking about my scraps because I was trying to clean up. And I was like, the things that go on in my head is crazy. So anyways, we can start with this one. So this is a prototype or whatever. So I made this pattern using Affinity Photo. What is so anyways, I made this pattern using Affinity Photo, and I want to show you, like, so at the top there is some self-adhesive glitter. What is it called? Self-adhesive paper, but self-adhesive holographic self-adhesive glitter paper. And then this one doesn't have it because I was just trying to test something out, but I ended up making like a crinkle in it, but this was also just some scrap glitter paper. But the plan of behind this was to make up. Let me get that. Hold up. It's like, man. Okay. So yeah, I get these hyperfixations, and then oh my gosh, like, okay. So these are some. Okay, I don't even know where to start. See, like how I just jumped from 50 things. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna start with this here. So guess what this is? This here is actually for press-on nails. This is watercolor, not watercolor, water slide paper. And I really do like it, and it really does work. Let me see if I have, and of course I don't have any examples of the nails, but this was for like some long, they were like long ballerina, because I had this idea. I was like, oh my gosh, I could sell, well, I was like, I start with these like I can make, and then it goes I can sell, and then it goes like I can use. And I go like, and so, but they're here. It does work, but this is just a water slide nail thing. And so all you have to do is dip this in water, and then you put this on the nail, and then, excuse me, I had to cough. That was I've been talking like a lot. I've been talking really fast, but either way, you're supposed to put this in water, and it's a water slide decal, and you put it on the nail, and then I would put gel polish on it and cure it, and then like it makes a really nice nail. So I was actually, but I don't really wear nails because I have young kids, and I kind of do a lot of crafting. So I love long nails, but like I don't really get the opportunity to wear them because they really do get in the way. Like I could get used to trying to use long nails, but they kind of like annoy me like when I'm wearing them. So I guess I can probably wait, until my kids get older, but or whatever. Anyways, this came with like, one of those binder things. But anyway, I started to hyperfixate on binder cash binding system. Um, and I haven't, like, I did it a little bit. I do have like a little cash binder thing that I made. And after I made it, I was like, oh, well, now I want to like, can I sell these? Because I always have like this idea, like I can sell stuff. Because like I like this idea. I love the idea of a shop. Like I like shops, y'all. Like it's like, oh, this is my little such such shop, whatever. But anyways, right now when it comes to like making physical stuff, I just don't, like I said, I can't be in this room all day, every day. It's just not gonna work. So right now I'm focusing on digital products, and maybe a big maybe as far as like making classes and courses for it. But really, like, it's really just, you know what do you call it? These are just, little arts and crafts for now, but I like making it, and I just kind of want to share what I make, but I don't really share it, but I'm doing that now. So anyways, I got into hyperfixation on basically having cash binders, which is what this is. It's a cash binder. I actually bought this before I even knew what cash binders were. I can't even remember why I bought it, honestly. Like, it definitely wasn't for cash binders. I think I just was going to actually use it as like a personal planner, but my favorite planner size is A5, like, and that's just always going to be my favorite. Um, but what I did do when I did discover cash binding systems, I was like, oh, well, the dividers, like, I can make these dividers. So you can see that these are clear acetate dividers, and these are just like kind of normal curved. And so I decided to, basically make the SVG cut files for these. And then these are the same. These are also A6 dividers because these are just prototypes basically. And so I just wanted to know that my files work. So that's another thing. Like, when I make digital products, like, I need to make sure that they work. So um, that's what this is. So these are just prototypes, making sure like they cut the way. Now, depending on the material, this was my bad because I used like a very strong cutting mat. I cut this on the Cricut machine. Um, and so it kind of like stuck. So there's like some edges. Then this is the cash envelope, and it's like a complete envelope. And it even has like the little thing right here, which I'm proud of because I was kind of lazy. Like, when I first made it, I didn't have this like cut right here. But then when I used it, I realized that it wasn't really shutting all the way. And then I tried to use double-sided tape, and that still wasn't really shutting it. And I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead, add this little cut into the SVG file. But yes, you can put your cash in here, or it could be a gift. It could be, it's a card, but the file for it, like, is what I sell. I don't sell the physical thing, so you have to get like the physical one. I mean, you have to get the paper, and you can make. So I was having so much fun with these. So again, so this is another version, and this one also has. So this is printer paper with glitter. I don't know, holographic, self-adhesive holographic paper. But paper for some reason is not sounding right. But anyways, this one I did like these little grapes, and it has like some glitter, but can you see the shine? Oh well. But yes, you can also put cash in here. Or I actually made these these are called inserts. I can't see. And I'm proud of these little drawings here because I did make, I made this camera, and I made like, so I do use AI, but I use like a mix. It depends on like what it is. So like this, the grapes, this like one grape graphic is AI, but I turned it into a seamless pattern. And then this is my draw, like, I created this like in Affinity Designer or Affinity Publisher. So, I'll be proud of myself when I make certain stuff. But anyways, this is how you would track your budget. So you could also, now this is not available in my shop because, again, like, I don't know, like, I get into a prototype mode and I'm like, okay, how would this look? And then I make it, and then I kind of set it and forget it. And that's why we haven't even reached the scraps yet, y'all. So, and how much time? Okay. We haven't even gotten there, but basically you can put your trackers in here and um, keep track of your cash. And also, what you can do is you can hole punch these, whether using the cinch, the discbound system, or a regular 3-hole punch. You can do that as well. But as you can see, this is what I do. I don't. I make this stuff, don't post it, nobody knows about it, and I keep it moving. And I'm trying to create okay, this is just another card. Like, yeah, these are just all of the cards. It was just so cute, and I had like a lot of fun making these. And I'm thinking like how I can make these probably a gift for some people. So right, so this one I created with a magnet, and it works. For some reason, I'm not a fan. And then I also made it where you can actually keep track of the tracker on there. But I love that little curve. I love the design. It's cute. So these are all of the budget stuff. So like I said, I sell the files, like the cut files, the SVG files to make these, but I don't sell the actual cards. And I would love to sell the actual cards, but I just don't have, like, I can't be down here all day making it with orders. And then I also, oops, these are also budget trackers where you can like, cross out. You have the goal up here, and you cross that out. But look at that. There's like they're super fun. There's some little duckies there. They're so cute. I think these are still available on my shop. I don't know. And then this is just the way, this is about the size of a US bill so that I could make these. And I made these in like Photoshop. And then I had like the trackers on the back. And these are not available because I just haven't gotten around to it, you guys. Like, I don't know what happens. I make it and I'm like, oh, okay, I know how to make it. And then like I move on for some reason. This is a reading tracker bookmark. They're still available on my shop. This is a prototype, and to see if like it would, to see the sizing of it and everything. This was a failed prototype. So this was super cool, right? So this was basically a holographic PVC, and it was supposed to be for the Cash App. I mean, the Cash App. Wow, it's supposed to be for the binder envelopes, cash envelopes. But when trying to glue this, it's not consistent. I had a whole headache. The idea is still there. I'm just gonna have to work through some things. And then this was supposed to be for the smaller cash binders, and that's what this was. This is also an envelope with a cute little strawberry design. Okay, so that's what do we got? So that's just the cash envelopes, which again, as you can see, I had a whole thing going there. But I did release some products that involved that. I didn't release everything that I really wanted to make. There's still some ideas that I got in there. But to go back to this design, I was gonna cut this out and create a binder with it. But I kind of just want to see how this will look printed, and it does look cute. So it is a cute design, isn't it? I also want to do, seamless patterns. I really like making seamless patterns. This is a makeup wipe pattern that, well, template, whatever, that did not work for makeup because of the material that I use. But I do use the material. It's called Bamboo. It's this website called Bamboo. Oh no, it's not. Oh, I might have to come back and like look up what it's called because they have. I bought it during the pandemic when I was making face masks, which was a whole nother endeavor. And they have antibacterial diamond something, I don't know, but that the fabric that I got from there is super absorbent. So if you want to make cloth pads like that women um cloth pads for like your cycle, or cloth diapers, or things that's absorbent but also antibacterial, I that is a really good brand. And Wazoo, I'm gonna have to like put it on the screen somewhere. This was a cover. I made my sister a planner, and this was a planner cover, and this was just like a test. So I was just like printing out to see how that will look. We are going back to the hyperfixation. Remember y'all of the budget. So this was my prototype because I have the trackers on the back, and then I have the designs. here's the issue though. The designs, it doesn't match up. And this is beyond frustrating to me. Maybe one of these days I'll figure it out. But they don't align. So when I cut on here, it doesn't cut evenly on the back. Maybe I'll figure out, because I tried the automatic flip, that didn't work. And I did like where I manually flip the paper around. I centered it I was using Affinity Publisher. I don't know, for some reason, when it comes to aligning, like if I were to cut it, these two sides don't match up, and they need to match. So that was kind of a fail, but I do like how that came out. And then I was going to do the scratch off. So you can see this little scratch off sticker, and I tested it out. And I was going to make this little booklet, which I still can, but I'm just saying, like, I come down here, I print things out, I laminated it, I designed it in Affinity Publisher and whatnot. These are just leftover sticker paper. I'm looking at how much time I've got on this thing. And as you can see, this is like this is from the file. This is actually, this is cut out from here. But I kept it as a scrap because look at this cute little glitter. Oh, this glitter paper is so cute. Most of this stuff came from Amazon. If you're looking for like, where'd you get this and that? I'd have to go back. Like, this is magnetic paper. I mean, magnetic adhesive magnetic sheets. Because of course I made magnets. Again, we don't. So this was a fail. Was it a fail? What happened here? Yeah. I didn't. I had to manually cut some stuff out. But okay, so yeah. And so I was gonna do, so this is like a potty in like a bathroom. I was gonna do that for the refrigerator when I was teaching the kids how to potty. I still like it, but then I have like these cute little characters. It was, again, this was just a test, and I was just trying to make magnets for the refrigerator so the kids can play with those. But I forgot how to cut. I mean, I forgot to, like, there was just a weird thing that happened. Like, so I had to manually cut them, and then I didn't feel like cutting the rest, and there we are. This is just some scrap, cute holographic paper. This is the dinosaur for my son. These are some heat press cutouts. I don't know what I want to do with this yet. I'm actually gonna stop this video now and come, because I don't feel like rushing through these 2 minutes. Okay. So this is heat press. Heat press. Wow. So this is printable. Okay. I know I'm jumping all over the place. First of all, I like this brand. Photo Paper Direct. I rock with Photo Paper Direct because when I first ever tried to do heat press on or whatever, this was back in my college days, and I didn't even order off Amazon. I actually ordered it from the website. This was my first time. This was before I was comfortable ordering stuff online. So I was like, oh my gosh, I was nervous, but it came probably within a week, and it worked. And I think, in my opinion, I actually like their product. Like, it actually holds up pretty decent, like, when it's washed in the wash. Like, I had created this, we would, like, there would be events at school, and then you have to, like, buy the shirt for admission, or you can buy the shirt and get a discount when it was like parties and stuff. And so, like, I had put, like, I would put like Bunny on my shirt somewhere, using the heat press. So, like, I rock with this brand. I might put the link, if I remember to put the links in there, but they are also on Amazon. Either way, these are just some heat press things that I was going to put on my son's shirt, and they're just like little dinosaur graphics. So that was a project. Oh, right. Dinosaur. So I was going to put a patch on my son's, because he always gets holes in his knees, because he's in preschool, and he likes to spin like with one knee. So I was like, maybe I didn't like how it looked, so I didn't go. I just threw the pants away. I tried to sew the pants. It didn't look right. The patch didn't look right. But this was like a test thing. And again, it worked as far as like this part. So I made this shape. What is it? Coat of armors? Whatever. Shield, whatever. It's a, what do you call it? I think it's an applique. Am I saying that right? Applique. Anyways, I made it with the embroidery machine, and then like I put the heat press dinosaur on there. But that was just a project, just another little dollar thing. Um, I I don't know what I was making, to be honest. So I think I was making a notebook. I want to say I was making a notebook, or oh right, I think I was making the. Okay, I'll show you. So this here is a cash binder that I, again, prototype that I didn't completely finish, but I just want to see how it would look with this bound. And I used like laminated glitter paper, and basically you would have your envelope. So it's like, so these are just random designs that I had, and then like the envelope was right there. So I think that this was like one of the prototype shapes to see if it was going to cut out right. I think that's what this was supposed to be. So and I think I was just trying to make a notebook cover. I don't know why. I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, so then we have my bingo. I don't think this is still for sale. I mean, okay, no. I'm pretty confident this stuff is available at bunnyhophoppies.com, but not my Etsy shop, because Etsy charges you for listings. So if it's not in season, I just kind of like let it expire. But on my shop, it might still be available. I don't take anything off my actual website. But this is just a printable for Valentine bingo, which did sell. I had made a sale with this because I made this super, super last minute, like maybe 1 or 2 days before actual Valentine. And this is why I love digital products, because I have been in that situation with like my daughter's baby shower. I had went to Etsy to find like some quick things that I can print out and make for the baby shower, and that's what kind of got me into digital products, because I'm like, I know that there are moms or dads, whatever, there are people out there who are last minute looking for something they can kind of do at home, but just needing the digital files. And I was like, I can do digital, I can do digital and physical, but I can definitely do a digital file real quick. These are more nail designs. This is the water slide nail things that's in here. This is a janked up prototype for a magnetic bookmark. And I'll show you a better version. Oh no. Okay, I was gonna say, where are they? Okay. I'll show you a better version of them, which is super cute. Let me see if I can get this in frame. Oh, these are so cute, whatever. And these are magnetic bookmarks that I think are cute. But the funny thing about magnetic bookmarks and me is that I mostly listen to audiobooks. So I have some favorite books. Let's see if you can go take a look. I love this little thing. I've got my books here. Those are my they're not like fiction books. Well, one of them is a comic book from Annette Marie. I love her as an author. I love her books. But go back. Oh wait, is that okay? Um, so I was gonna like use those for that as I read. Oh, and there's also another creator. Oh, what is it? Design Nikki Boyd. She has a YouTube channel. She's really cool with like getting your house and work organized. These are just those little character things. I was making stickers. I was making magnets. I was just kind of messing with the materials. I was trying to test some materials out. Um, let's see. Yeah, this is a I don't know why I put this in here. This is just some scrap paper, but this is a bookmark. This bookmark SVG is also available, still available in my shop. But y'all, I don't really be promoting myself, and I think that's a big reason why I don't really make sales. Cause I don't know. It's like after I make it, okay. This is just something I made super quick for the laundry because when we, you don't always, because downstairs we had like several laundry baskets, and I'm like, I don't even know which ones are clean, so I put this little thing, but this must have been one that slipped through the cracks because I just didn't laminate it. I could laminate it now. This laminator has been making noise because I left it on for a very long time. So we'll see if it starts making noise. What else we got here? There's a lot of stuff here. So these are a lot of scraps. I wanted to organize these scraps also, but I was trying to see if there was any idea, like new ideas. Oh yeah, here we go. This was me and this budgeting things. This was supposed to be an envelope where you can put. This was supposed to be for the smaller cash binders. I still like it. I think they're super cute, and this was like sea themed. But like I said, I just don't put it out there. This is supposed to be this is for my son. It has like little dinosaurs on there. Um, I know I gave him some bookmarks, and then these are just more bookmark. Um, yeah, this was me testing out the bookmarks, just making sure that my files work. Just make sure you go to cut it. That's you're gonna get what you asked for. Let's see what do we got. Try not to. Um, this is just actual scraps. Oh wait. Oh, I didn't cut these. Oh yeah, so I have a Cricut machine, but I also have a portrait silhouette because I wanted a smaller machine that I could have upstairs, and I wanted to actually do stuff with the kids, but it could not cut through this binder. And if you might be able to see the lining, this is just a tab. So these, I don't think I have my A5 tabs. Okay, so it's better. This is just a binder tab that I made. Um, Is this supposed to be? And another thing is, this doesn't have like a real size to it. Is this A5? I don't think this is A5, and it's not letter. So I kind of like that whole project was kind of whatever. This was also, this is a free template that I made with Canva. So this is just bookmarks. So basically, you just print it out, and then you just cut each bookmark, and it kind of like cuts into the cover of whatever book you're reading. I just thought that was really cute. This is not a real book though. This is a AI person, and then Keeper of Bonded Fae was something super random. I was just trying to give an example use an example for a book cover of how the template can be used. Oh, there it is. I hear that noise. Oh, well, it worked. So technically I didn't break it, but this is one of my what do they call it? Folder thingies, templates. I made this for my daughter, but it was I made the wrong size, but it was a notebook for my daughter. So the rest is kind of like just blank things. I can see I was making this with the cinch machine. Do y'all hear that? I definitely broke my thing. So I'm actually gonna use it. Let's see. Do y'all hear how loud this laminator is? I blame myself. I left it on. I think it was on for actually a couple of days. I did not know. I came down here, like I said, I don't get to come down here for too long all the time. But let me think. I think that these are all the paper scraps for now. Now this is just paper. ideas. Okay, we haven't even gotten into the fabric. Okay, so we haven't even talked about my fabric. Um, we haven't gotten to the fabric. We haven't gotten to my embroidery ideas. We haven't even touched the photography, all these little gadgets that I got. I did actually no, I did do a video on this. Oh, what's it called? I'm gonna have to put a link or like a little tag or something when I do that post edit. But I love this thing because it can even do face tracking. And I still don't know what I'm gonna do with face tracking. Because if I was like exercising, I think that'd be really cool if you had like a little like yoga thing. Because it kind of it's so fun. Okay, anyways, um, I really like that. And then I also have this remote, so you can press record with this remote and you can stop recording. I wish there was a remote where you can use it to zoom. I'm pretty sure there's a camera. I'm pretty sure the technology is out there, but I have the Nikon D56. It's kind of outdated. I bought it years ago. But what I do also like about it is that you can press this button and refocus it. And that is usually what happens. Like when you're recording a video and it gets out of focus and you need to refocus it, that comes in handy a lot. And I'm also using my monitor um, to as a viewfinder, if that's what you want to call it. Like I'm using it as a screen. Actually, I can just show you. Oops, I pressed the wrong button and took it out of focus. I used the wrong camera. I mean, wrong remote. Oh Lord. Okay, look at all this stuff. So yeah, I'm using my computer. So that's why I keep like looking over there. If you're like, why should like it's me trying to make sure I'm in focus. And it's kind of like a habit to look at yourself because you're like, I'm talking. It's talking to like just the camera is kind of weird, but you get used to it. Let's see. So yeah, we like I said, so we went. So in this thing, we've got scraps for nail art stuff, like the nail art, water decal, bookmarks, regular bookmarks. Oh, this is a little hang tag that I made. This is let's I just be making SVGs. I'm like, because I think of the shape, and if I can see the shape in my head, and I like simple SVGs, but like if I can make it in my head, no matter how simple it is, I'm like, I want to try to make it. And so I go ahead and I'm like, oh, I want to go make it. I come downstairs, I make it, and I kind of just move on. And you can see it becomes scraps, and then I sit here and I'm like, I don't have any content. I don't have any content, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's hard to get this stuff recorded. These are just like some leftover hearts, and this is a magnetic bookmark prototype. This is just regular paper, but I just want to see like the sizing of it. So I pretty much just come down here, I prototype stuff, and I leave it, and I don't tell anybody. And then I'm like, I kind of just feel like, you know, I look at, all of these content creators and I'm like, well, I can make it too. Like you can come, but I'm like, I don't post it. And so it's like, how would anybody even know what it is that I do? And especially like as a stay-at-home mom, I do get this question. Like, and people mean well for the most part. They mean well when they ask, they're like, so what do you do all day? It's kind of hard. I'm like, I craft, but it's kind of hard to explain. It's like I have ideas in my head and then I try to make it and then like I leave it alone. That's pretty much what I do. And then other than that, I'm doing stuff around the house, um, or doom scrolling, really, if I'm being honest with you. So I think that this is all of the scraps. I'm actually going to organize this before I put it up. Oh, turn it off. See, look, I was about to leave it on again. But now this is laminated, and I just throw that on top of the laundry to be like, oh, this is dirty, this is clean. So that's that part of this series, going through my paper scraps. What happened here? Also wig making. Yeah, wig making things. Yeah, so we have a whole different bucket. I've got a big tote full of all of stuff from keychains to dream catchers, Oh my gosh, like the ideas, like I have an idea, I'm like, I go to Amazon or I go to Joann, I go to some craft store, I'm like, I need this stuff. I attempt it one time and then, you know. But thank you for listening. That's gonna be it for this video. Um and I think I do want to do this series where like go through my scraps with me, go through my ideas, what I had going on in my head. And maybe, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I have a due date coming up. So again, I'm definitely gonna be MIA once again. But thank you for watching, and I will see you all another day. I like this little remote because it clicks it off. It takes a little time,